the same thing over here. That should have fixed it. Okay. And now somehow these got an angle over here too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay, now that that's fixed, we can go ahead and start dragging out the second border right here. So go ahead and select the edges that make up the hole. Hold down the shift key and drag it out on the x-axis. And since the edges right here are at an angle, go ahead and go into the scroll down a little bit, go into the make planner on the y-axis, or actually never mind, should be on the x-axis actually. So select this edge right here, copy the coordinates from there, hit the backspace key, and go ahead and move these edges back over there. Just to line it up with the end. In case you don't know, the way I'm zooming in on this really quickly is by hitting the Z key, which is the shortcut for the zoom to selection. It's very useful, so you don't have to zoom in manually, and it does it pretty quickly. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and connect this thing with the rest of the floor, because right now it's just an element detached from there. So to do that, I'm going to select these edges right here, go ahead and connect it twice, and pinch it so it's on the outside of this newly created border I just made. Go ahead and delete this middle face. Actually, I'm going to do another connection between this and this. Connect it once, and I'm going to slide down to right here. Now I'm just going to delete this middle face so I can begin creating faces around here. Okay then. Go ahead and just start creating faces around here. I'm gonna go ahead and target weld this edge over here because it's not being used. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and target weld this to right here. Actually, I'm gonna do this a different way. I'm just gonna create polygons and do it that way. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to say anything. An easy way to fill in holes like this one right here that are it's just a simple border where it's missing a polygon is hit the cap tool. It'll automatically create a face in that area. Now I'm going to go ahead and create some more faces in here just to clean things up a bit. Now to make this a complete square like I did right here. And as you can see, it's just a triangle right now. I'm going to deselect the polygon, go into edge selection mode, and insert a vertex on the edge right here, and do the same thing over here on this edge. Find out the location of the vertex on the y-axis and copy that and paste it over here. Then find out the location on the x-axis of this thing and paste it over. And as you can see, it just squared out. I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. Okay, that all looks pretty good. So now, just because I'm going to fill this in temporarily with the polygon just to make it look good. It's not that big of a deal and it's not necessary, but it's just so easy. Alright, that looks good for now. Just gonna go ahead and render it real quick. And as you can see, it's already looking better. Alright then. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up these wasted polygons that are around the edge, as you can see here. To do that, I'm just going to use the target weld tool. Or better yet, I'm just going to backspace this vertex. Same with over here. And just go ahead and select these two. Hit the connect tool. That will connect them with the new edge. So the triangulation is corrected and stuff. Just to make sure everything is correct, which, well, hold on. We'll make sure triangulation is correct. Go into the polygon selection mode, edit triangulation, and everywhere where vertices should meet, you should see a dotted line. And everything looks good right now, so it should be okay. Okay, now I'm going to start working on this wall right here and turning it into that wall right there. It's not really as hard as it looks, but actually just not all that hard. I'll show you how to make it pretty easily. Okay, so go ahead and select these two edges right here. Delete them. Then select these two edges up here. Actually, first select the first one. Copy its coordinates on the y-axis. Select another one. Drag it out, just any random number. Now I'm gonna place this. Now I'm going to select all the vertices. Place it back to where it was. And just so I can be exact, I'm going to go up here and right click the select and move button and offset it by negative 17.5. Actually, I think it was, hold on, no, something else. I'm just trying to get it exactly what I had over there. This one. Alright. It's actually 37.5. Negative 37.5. Okay. That's just so it's exact. It's not necessary. You could have just dragged it out before, but I'm a perfectionist. Okay, so go ahead and connect these two edges right here. Or by connecting, I mean hit the bridge button. And now to make this indentation in the floor right here, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go ahead and select these two edges right here. Go into the extrude tool and extrude it by negative 12.5. As you can see, this edge over here went the wrong direction, but that's an easy fix. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this face right here. Copy the coordinates from this bottom edge right here, which is, don't even need to copy it, it's exactly 0. I'm going to go ahead and drag this down to 0 and connect these two edges. Or not, I'm sorry, bridge these two edges. Alright. Now to get that curved edge over here, you should know how to do this by now. It's the chamfer tool. And again, I have no idea how to pronounce that correctly, but it's something like that. Okay, now what we want to do is create a new edge in between these two, so go ahead and go into the connect tool. Connect it once. Find out the coordinates of that. Go into the y-axis, copy, paste. Go into offset world, and should be something like -15. I'm just gonna go ahead and check real quick. Yeah, I'll be right. -15 units, just to make it exact. Should be about right. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and raise this edge right here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is lift up this edge right here by 28 units. Then I'm going to connect these two edges right here with one segment. I'm going to go up here into this little drop box and select local, and this will switch the gizmo to align correctly with the polygon here. I'm going to drag this down diagonally to about right there. Then I'm going to go into the chamfer tool and just